Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is able to hear me and everyone is able to see my screen. If possible, can someone please confirm if you are able to
Yes,
hear
sir.
me and
Yes,
able to?
here we can see.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Right. So, in the last class, what we discussed so far is we discussed on jQuery versus AngularJS. That is the topic we discussed, guys. jQuery versus AngularJS. In case of jQuery, it's a completely an event-driven architecture. jQuery is completely event-driven architecture. What is event-driven architecture means? Developer will write some code, and if end user performs that event, click event, change event, load event, focus event, like that. Any kind of event, if he is writing the code will be executed during that event. Generally, the main events are click event, load event, change event. But in case of jQuery, everything, even for small activity also, we need to write an event. Framework does not have intelligence. It's completely developer has to write the code and it should associate with an event. Everything to be achieved with an event. So what we discussed in the last class here, in the last class, we wrote some code, guys. Okay. In the last class, we wrote some code here. As long as if I write in the keyup function, I'm telling that the span tag ID value is equal to text box ID value. This is what I mentioned here. Span tag ID value is equal to text box ID value, right? But as long as I wrote in the keyup function, then only this event is executed. Otherwise, this event is not executed, right? So when I say span tag id.html is equal to textbox id.html, framework should have an idea. Unless until it is associated to an event, it is not able to activate that. But in case of AngularJS, completely it is taken care by AngularJS here. What exactly it is going to take care? Here, ng app. This is the body tag, where this body tag of ng app, which is completely body, will be generated by AngularJS, where ng model is a variable which is created, ng bind is a variable which is binded. Completely without an event, AngularJS is going to take care of that. So this is what we discussed in the last example, guys, here. Okay. So AngularJS completely removes the event-driven architecture. Entire body tag will be populated by Angular itself, and it removes the complete events, and page performance will be very good compared to jQuery. This is what I discussed in the last class, guys. Okay. Now today I am going to discuss about a new topic, guys, that is limitations of AngularJS, guys, and evolution of Ajax. So my intention is limitation of AngularJS and evolution of Ajax. This is what I'm going to discuss for today. Limitations of evolution of Ajax. So what are the limitations of AngularJS? What are the limitations of AngularJS? That is what I'm going to focus further here, guys. Okay. So, state management. This is a very, very important one, guys. State management. Okay. So, what is the meaning of state management means? For example, sir. Okay. I'll take example here, guys. I'm going to take an example here. The example is, assuming that I added 5 products in the cart, guys. In Amazon, I added 5 products. Okay. 5 products added to cart. Right? Total is 990 rupees. 5 products are added to the cart. Total is 990 rupees. Right, sir? I opened Amazon. I added 5 products and the total cart value is 990 rupees. And they will give a hint or they will give a tip for me. If you add 10 rupees of worth products, it will become 1000. If 1000 rupees cart is there, you will get 10% instant discount. Correct, right? So as of now, 5 products are available in the cart. The total value of the 5 products is 990 rupees. Now, we want to add 10 rupees. If we add 10 rupees, 1000 will become, and there is a sale by Amazon. If 1000 rupees are added, %10 instant discount. Now, total as of now 990 rupees. Okay. Now I am adding a product to the cart page. What I'm doing here? Adding product to cart page, guys. Adding the product to the cart page. Yes or no? Whenever I added a item to the cart page, automatically payment page, assuming that I add a product, 100 rupees product I added. Adding a product, 100 rupees of worth to the cart page. What happened here? Automatically payment page total is equal to 1090 rupees. Also, discount page will come 109 rupees. Final amount is equal to 1090 minus 109 rupees. Right? Yes or no, guys? So there are 5 products are available. I am adding a product and completely change. And now, so whenever a particular product is added, that's an event, guys. Whenever a product is added, that's an event. Right? Whenever there is a change in one page, in which page I am doing a change, guys? In which page I am doing a change? Cart page. Whenever there is a change in one page, automatically cart page is changed, payment page is changed, and discount page is changed. Right? You understood, guys? I added a change to page 1, cart page. Automatically product page is changed. Payment page is changed. discount page is also changed. That is, state management means, what is the meaning of state management is, by default, okay, whenever there is a change in one page, which may have an impact in other pages as well, okay, which may have an impact in other pages as well, okay. AngularJS does not maintain page state in the architecture side. Page state in the AngularJS does not maintain page state information in the memory. Developer should write the code for this. So what I meant to say that actually, whenever there is a page change is happening, if it has a centralized memory, everyone will refer to that memory location. For example, I add a product is added, centralized memory location is impacted. If payment page is looking for centralized memory, discount page is looking for centralized memory, final payment is also looking for centralized memory, then no issues at all. But here, AngularJS does not maintain the state of a page. Developer should write a code for this. Okay? This is a big headache. This is a major drawback in AngularJS. This is a major drawback in AngularJS. The first Google product, which is completely, outdated, or which is completely proves fail, or which completely ruled out within a year of one year only, it is ruled out. The first Google products failed in the IT, that is AngularJS, because of state management nature. If there are 100 pages are there, I have a change, with the 10 pages are impacted, all 10 pages code I need to write here. So additional headache on an AngularJS point of view. Additional headache on an AngularJS point of view. Guys, I intentionally stopped everyone's speaking access, and I will give a permission at the end of the class, maybe 10 to 15 minutes before the class. If you face any questions, keep a note, because I want to maintain the class in a calm area. No disturbance is there. Kindly cooperate with me till demo classes are over. Only till demo classes are over, kindly cooperate with me. I've intentionally muted everyone. You cannot unmute yourself, just to maintain a calm class, just to maintain a healthy class. But still, I'll take up the questions, guys. If you have any questions, you can paste in the chat window, or else last 10 to 15 minutes, I'll give an option. You can speak and I can clear all your questions. Okay? Right here. So that is the first drawback of state management. That is typically the first drawback over here. Okay? Next one is, second drawback is lack of object-oriented concepts. Lack of concepts, object-oriented concepts. Sir, what are object-oriented concepts? classes, inheritance, right? Polymorphism, like overloading or overriding, interfaces, abstract classes, etc. Something like etc. guys. All these are the object-oriented concepts are not available in AngularJS, as this framework is developed using JavaScript only. This framework is developed using JavaScript. JavaScript does not support object. JavaScript is not an object-oriented programming language. JavaScript is not a object-oriented programming language. It's a object-based programming language. It's an object-based program. Like document dot forms of zero, right? Document is an object. I cannot create an object to the document. Document dot forms of zero, or else body dot load, body dot unload, window dot open, window dot close. All these are object-based keywords. Document is an object, body is an object, window is an object. We cannot instantiate. That is object-based programming language. Okay? That's another important point of lack of object-oriented concepts in particular AngularJS. Okay? Right. So state management, one of the biggest concern. Object-oriented concepts is also another biggest concern. Next one is, third one is no mobile support. At the time, 1990s, mobiles came, or 1995 mobiles came. We need to watch our website in the mobile. So we don't have operating system level support for AngularJS on mobile. Developer need to rewrite AngularJS code in terms of Android or iOS. We need to write a separate code. Regular code will not work. Android, iOS code, all those things we need to write. On top of that, AngularJS we need to write here. So by default, a product which is developed in AngularJS does not support mobile version, does not support all screen resolution, does not support entire functionality. That's the third drawback of this. Next one is, last but not least, page performance is slow when the page is a big page. When an HTML page is big, which has more than 30 controls are available. Then when an HTML page is very big, which has more than 30 controls are available, then page performance is very low. That is a drawback here. For small pages, no issues at all. But if at all I have a page which has a lot of controls, more than 30 controls, the performance of the page is low. These are the drawbacks of AngularJS. It is not stayed for 1 year also, sir. The first failure Google product is the AngularJS. State management, lack of object-oriented concepts, mobile support, and page performance. These are the biggest constraints, challenges, limitations of AngularJS. Right? Now, next point is a new concept came into the world, which is called as Ajax. What is Ajax, guys? Asynchronous JavaScript execution. So this is the beautiful concept. Ajax completely changed the web application lifecycle, guys. Ajax is the concept, completely changes the life cycle, completely changes the web application world. What is Ajax is, when I have a control with when I have a page with lot of controls, page performance is very, very slow, right? Okay. Now, for example, sir, I have a web page. Assume we are developing www.ndtv.com. Assuming that I'm developing what? www.ndtv.com. I think it may have 50 div tags. Assuming that this tag is typically 50 div tags it is going to have, guys. Almost all, it is going to have 50 div tags, guys. Assuming that we are having a www.ndtv.com, which is having 50 div tags, something like first div tag, flash news, latest news. Second div tag, politics, right? Third div tag, business news. Next, fourth div tag, movie news. Fifth div tag, sports news. Sixth div tag, entertainment. Seventh div tag, education. Eighth div tag, AI product, something like that. This is my page, guys. I'll show you guys. I'll show you the page, guys. www.ndtv.com, sir. Okay. Now you saw the guys. There is a spinning is going on. Spinning is going on, right, guys? Still spinning. You're able to see that? There is a spinning is going on right here. Still going on. Still spinning is going on, sir. You saw that? Still it is going on. Now it is done. Now it is done, guys. This is Ajax, guys. So, what is the meaning of Ajax? Typically, for example, NDTV page, it's a big page, guys. It's a very, very big page. Entertainment, Olympics, technology, food, Hindi, health news, campaigns, photos, news, ads, this much of big page, guys. Still page is there, sir. This much of big page, sir. You saw very big page, right? Still is coming, right? Page is still going on. It's a very, very, very big page. Still it's going on, sir. Now you saw here. Still it is loading. This is a very big page. But what is the logic here? I am not waiting, sir. Am I waiting for the page? I'm not waiting for the page. Immediately page came, guys. Immediately page came, but still spinning is going on. That means, sir, by default, assuming that if a page is having 50 div tags, guys, end user will not see all the 50 at the same time, guys. End user will not see all 50 div tags at the same time. Let me load first 4 div tags. Let me load first 4 div tags. When customer is watching these 4 div tags in the background, let me load another div tag. So that we no need to wait till 8 tags are formed. Or else best example is YouTube, guys. Another best example is YouTube. Another best example is YouTube, guys. I opened a movie, sir. Opened a movie. Length of the movie is 3 hours. And the size 1 GB. 1 GB movie, right? So I clicked on YouTube. I opened a movie which is of 1 GB size, a duration of 3 hours movie. As long as I typed YouTube, immediately within 10 seconds, immediately within 10 seconds, page will come. Page will come with 1 minute content. Only first minute content it will download. Just like I'm telling, the numbers are very small. 1 minute content it will be loaded. While customer is watching this 1 minute, in the background, second minute is also downloaded. In the background, third minute is also getting downloaded. So we are not loading the page, entire page at once. Breaking down the page into chunks, small pieces, and loading the page, parallel loading, parallel processing. Loading the page with a parallel processing. That is the advantage of Ajax. That is asynchronous JavaScript execution, where we are making a server call and it is getting the data here. So what is the logic over here is assuming that NDTV web page, assuming that 200 MB data is coming from server to browser. Okay, sir? Assuming that whenever I typed www.ndtv.com, assuming that 200 MB of data is coming from server to client, including images and everything, right? All these 200 will not be downloaded. It will be divided into static content and dynamic content. We should have a clear picture. Out of 200 MB, how much is the static content? How much is the dynamic content? We need to know about that. In a web page, if you see your first div tag, flash news, second div tag, politics, third div tag, business news. These are only latest things. Remaining all are for the day, same news, only latest news. Politics news and sports news, something like few information only changes, right? So what Ajax is doing, out of 10 div tags or 20 div tags, static content will be cached. In the browser, it will be cached. Only dynamic information will be asked from the server. Previously, 200 MB's data come from server, guys. Previously, what happened, guys? Server should give 200 MB of data. If 1,000 people are asking the same page at the same time, www.ndtv.com, 1,000 people are asking the same 200 MB of data. 1,000 into 200. That's almost 20 GB. That much data should come from the server. 20 GB of data it should be delivered. Then NDTV server, very slow. It's very slow, guys. Right? What Ajax came into picture? Hey, NDTV website is having static content, dynamic content. Assuming that out of 200 MB, 20 MB is dynamic and 180 MB static. 20 MB is dynamic and 180 MB is dynamic. First time only it will download 200 MB. First time only it is going to download 200 MB, guys. After that, if there is a change in the 20 MB, that changed content only will come. Remaining 180 MB will be loaded from client. It will not ask from the server. First time only server will give you 200 MB. On subsequent requests, only 20 MB of data delta will be given. Changed content only given. So that server will be, rather than giving 200 MB, it is giving 20 MB. the entire work is decreased, right guys? Entire work is decreased, right? Scrum and Agile. For example, I'm asking a product for a customer. Rather than releasing the product, entire product in a 1 year, let me release by pieces. Savings account 1 week, current account 3 weeks, like that. Bits and pieces I'll give to the customer. Customer also think that I'm doing something, and the developer also thinks that what is the customer taste, and what are the changes are coming, how customer is liking my products, so that Scrum and Agile methodology will be useful, right guys? In the similar way, we are going to get, okay, this Ajax concept is a beautiful concept, guys. Okay, there are two core principles of Ajax, guys. First principle is parallel processing. When I load NDDB page, 10 divs will be parallelly processed, where static content as well as dynamic content, where it is having static content as well as dynamic content. Static content only delivered for the first time, and dynamic content will be given by the server, so that only 10 to 20% of the information will come from the server. 10 to 20% of the information comes from the server. Remaining content will not come from the server. With that, Ajax is completely solved all the problems of web application. Client side, server side, static, dynamic, mobile support, state management, all those things. All the problems are solved. All the problems are solved by Ajax. Ajax is going to be a solution, a superb solution for a web application side. Ultimate solution for a web application. After Ajax came into the picture, the complete web application life cycle is changed, guys. Complete web application life cycle is changed. Page performance is totally, absolutely increased, because of the logic is static content versus dynamic content, right? For example, sir, I am asking a person to eat 1 kg of rice. Can he take it up? He has a tough time to eat 1 kg of rice. I will ask him, hey, first take 20 grams of rice. After 10 minutes, take again 20 grams. Like that, I'll encourage my customer to take the rice slowly, so that he'll happy, I'm happy, and everything is happy. So this is the beautiful concept of Ajax, which is making a server call on demand, not immediately server call will be made. First, it will check, is it a static content or a dynamic content? If it's a static content, it will be loaded from the memory. If it's a dynamic content, it will be loaded from the server. So maximum portion is from the browser, very 20 to 20% of the portion is coming from the server. Server trips will be very, very less. Server is idle. Complete framework will be handled at client side, so that Ajax is going to provide a solution to all the problems. At that time, whatever the solutions are available, those solutions are applicable at that time. Completely, guys. Asynchronous JavaScript concept. What is that it is giving here? How it is giving here? Typically, it is making a call. It will make REST API call or SOAP API call. Anything to the server and gets the data. Parallel processing of the page. Parallel processing of the page is done with Ajax. Is done with Ajax, guys. It is making a REST API call. REST API will take care of downloading the data from the server and loading the data in the client side browser. So this is the typical concept of Ajax, guys, here. Okay, guys. So just let me repeat what I defined today, guys. We discussed today limitations of AngularJS, evolution of Ajax. AngularJS does not have state management principle. AngularJS does not have state management principle, guys. Whenever there is a change in page 1, automatically there will be associated changes in other pages. Developers should handle those changes manually. Framework support on a state management was not there. Next, object-oriented concepts, inheritance, polymorphism, all those things are not there. Next, mobile support is not there, and page performance is very, very low. I have a page with 30 to 40 controls are there. It drastically impacts the performance of the application. Next, it is introducing Ajax asynchronous JavaScript execution. It is going to address all the problems of web application, and it is going to have a parallel processing of execution with a static content and dynamic content. Static content will always refer to the client browser memory. Dynamic content will make a call from server and get the latest and greatest data with a REST call execution. All the problems are solved using Ajax. So this is a high level introduction part of Ajax, guys, here. Now I'm giving an option to all folks where you can ask any kind of questions relative to what I'm teaching, guys. Relative to what I'm teaching.
Sir, one question, sir.
Please,
Actually,
ma'am.
NDTV means dynamically the data will come now daily, sir. And then how it will be helpful to cache memory, sir, in that case?
By default, madam, the data is coming. It's a fixer for the day, madam. Next day it will change. Today the data is almost
yes. That's got
okay.
it, sir.
Correct, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good question. Very, very good question. Yes.
Thank you,
Right.
sir.
Any other question, guys? So far, any other questions on the explanation, guys? AngularJS versus Ajax. Now, my next topic is limitations of Ajax. Then we'll go to single page application architecture. Completely single page application architecture like GWT, Marinate, Backbone, Angular, React. That is end of our demo. On Monday also I'm going to have last demo because of there is a gap of 1 day in my classes, 2-day classes. So demos are delayed actually. So I'm going to take on Monday also demo, sir, and Tuesday also demo. So Wednesday onwards regular class will start. Actually, there is a 2 days gap which is resulting this extra 2 classes, guys, because of there is a my father event. I came to my native place, so that's why there is a 2 classes delay is there, which I'm going to take on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday onwards regular class will start. So what I'm going to teach on Monday I'll go through limitations of Ajax, single page application architecture, then advantages of single page application over multi-page application, and the differences between GWT and Angular and React. then you will have a complete idea of all the technologies. Then we'll start with the TypeScript. Then we'll go into the Angular. So this is what my upcoming trend. Okay. Right. So before I wrap for today, any questions from anyone so far, guys, as of now?
Sir, one thing, sir. So these notes we are not able to go through.
We are going to share the notes once the demos are over. Okay, sir?
Okay.
Everything will be shared. Whatever I discussed so far, everything will be shared to you through Google Classroom. We are going to share to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
These are the demo classes. Once my regular classes are starting, then I am going to share everything. Okay? Right.
Okay, sir.
I'll not leave single point also. Every code, every notes, everything, whatever I teach, I'll share it. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Any other question, guys, from anyone? Mr. Santosh, we are not able to hear anything from you.
Hello.
Yes. Mr. Santosh, your mobile you may be connected to mobile data, or I don't know, or your network is very low. We are not able to hear anything from you.
Now I'm audible.
Now also breaking. If you want to type anything, please type in the chat window, please. Don't mind. Whoever is connected to online session, right? Mr. Santosh, can you go on mute? Heavy disturbance at your end. So kindly please ensure that who are connecting to online classes, make sure that don't connect the classes with mobile data, guys. Okay? Mobile data, don't log in. Please use Wi-Fi connection. Please have a strong internet connection, because online classes, right? Definitely you should have internet, guys. Sir, I don't have money to buy internet. I don't have a laptop. And don't join the classes from mobile, guys. We should have a laptop or desktop. Desktop nowadays cheap. Very cheap desktops you are getting. But it's your choice. Even if you come to classroom, right, guys? You need to bear the expenses to traveling, right? Traveling expenses you need to bear, right? With the same cost, you'll get everything. Okay? Right. Please make sure that you have to connect to mobile data. Binary type is supporting in HTML website. By default, binary types is not supported in HTML. That's supported through backend. Definitely we should have a backend